Hello everybody and welcome back to this tutorial, and right now what we are going to do, we are going to call the reverse shell side of the code. So we can see right here, we successfully coded the server side, and right now let us exit this and nano reverse shell.py. So we will call it nano reverse underscore shell.py. We add the standard user bin Python line, and we will import the socket library as we are going to need it to actually specify our socket object. So we can call it socket or just sock, so we don't actually confuse it with the socket library. So all we want to do right now is specify the same thing as in the previous video. So sock equals socket.socket. We want to use the socket.af underscore inet, and we want to use the socket.sock underscore stream, or I believe it is stream. Let me just double check. I will just cat my server in order to see. Okay, so it is sock stream. Okay, so we specify the socket object, and what we want to do right now is perform the connect function. So in order to do that, we can just type sock.connect and open double quote, double brackets, double open and double close brackets, same as in the bind function in our server-side code. And between there, you need to specify the IP address to which you want to connect to and the port to which you want to connect to. Now in our case, both of them will be the same, so we need to specify right here once again between the double quotes the IP address of our Kali Linux, which is in my case 192.168.1.9, and also the same port that we used in the server-side code, so 54321. But be careful, if you are running this attack over the internet, for example, and you use the port forward, what you want to specify in the reverse shell code is actually your public IP address that actually your router has in order to communicate with the internet. Of course, you also need to specify the port forward in your router settings that will actually forward this local IP address to a certain port over the router. But from now on, since we are doing just a local tag at the moment, we can just leave it like this. So what we want to do is just save this and see if we can actually perform the connect function. But before we do that, we need to close the socket in both of our programs, which we can do with just sock.close function. So just write that, exit this program, let us nano our server, write right here as well sock.close, save this as well, and we know that this program will work if we get printed this line right here. So we want to get printed connection established from certain IP address at a certain port. So let us save this, close this, and in order to run both of these programs, we will need to open two terminals. So just open another terminal. We can enlarge both of them just for better view, even though we don't really need it at the moment, but let's have it just so you can see everything better. And right here, what I want to do is navigate to the same directory, so reverse underscore shell, and first we need to run the actual server. So let us chmod server in order to make it executable, and let's run server code. No module named term color. So okay, we need to run it with Python 3 since I use the term color library, and we can see listening for incoming connections. Now we can see right at the moment that we have something that isn't specified correctly, so we know that we specified the colors, but we forgot to actually add the color which we want to use. So in order to do that, we need to specify the comma after the string and then the name of the color. So we want to print it in green. Same right here. We want to print this in green, and let us save and try to run once again. So Python 3 server.py, address already in use. That is because we actually closed the program 2 seconds ago in the inappropriate way. So let us actually restart our terminal in order to get this to work. Now remember, every time you get server already in use, all you have to do is actually just restart your terminal, and it should all work fine right after that. So let me just go to my Python reverse shell and Python 3 my server. Name green is not defined. Okay. Yeah, green needs to be specified between the single quotes, so make sure to add that as well. And right now I believe everything should work good. Okay, so listening for incoming connections, and right now this will listen until somebody connects to our program. In order to perform the connection, we need to run Python 3 reverse shell.py. So we run this, it says connection established from 192.168 at this certain port. So this was the port that was used to perform the connection from the reverse shell. Now we have a small error right here since we used sock.close instead of s.close in our server. So let us just run it once again, and let's run this, and we can see everything executed properly. We got listening for incoming connections, we also got connection established from this IP address, and we closed both of these programs in the appropriate way. So what we want to do in the next video is actually try to send some of the commands or some of the messages between these two programs. For now on we only made them connect to each other, but we also actually want to be able to send something between them, since these are the programs that will be running on two different machines. Just at the moment we are testing them in the same machine, just from two different terminals. So we will continue coding in the next lecture. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope I see you in the next tutorial. Bye!